Will jh3df6724 at k2378jdfw.com bypass spam filters? I'm very paranoid. Don't ask why, because that's besides the point here. I want to create a domain with some random name, such as 723jr2d.com. And then, when anyone asks for my email address, I want to generate a new random email forwarder for that person to use, such as kl2893dk at 723jr2d.com. I think this is a perfectly legitimate approach, because if I have tons of email forwarders and I notice spam coming through one of them, I can just shut down that forwarder. It also contributes to my feeling of privacy online, so it's important to me. But my question is, if I set up my mail servers up like this, will I get into trouble getting through other people's spam box filters when sending and replying to emails? Is that how spam filters work?
Potentially, but then no more than anyone with a regular domain name. Spam filters look at the contents of emails to determine whether they might be spam or not, and if you trust a sender, you add their email, either the specific address or the entire domain, to your whitelist. Now, while your domain and address is random, it should be treated no differently to normal ones.
I actually do exactly that on my Exchange server. I create different email addresses for every business I do business with, and associate them all with my account. I have del at, semantic at, etc. If one starts getting spam, I can delete it, but I also know who is not careful with my email address. You will potentially run into problems, but not because of the domain name. How do you plan on sending the mail? The main issue that I can see facing you is the PTR record. Many domains, and most of the large ones, will drop your mail as spam if you do not have a PTR DNS record. If you do not have a business class internet connection with a static IP, you will not be able to get this. You have to ask your ISP to do it too, but all is not lost. You can pay for a relay service, Smart Host, and relay all your mail through them, and they certainly have the requisite PTR record.
In addition to what Chris said, it also depends on the IP of your host. I deal with customers who get GoDaddy domains and domains hosted in Eastern Europe only to find out the IP is on 20+ blacklists. Of course, you can petition the list to get off. But be careful, some unscrupulous providers have their entire blocks blacklisted, and some of the blacklists will refuse to remove an IP originating from said block. It's tough to tell what IP you will receive until you sign up, particularly GoDaddy has hundreds of blocks that they may be pulling from. This URL is a great resource for checking your blacklist status. Your best bet is to go with a reputable provider. Hosting your relay from Rackspace or Amazon is a great option, since they can and will, I have personally seen it, change your IP if you are on a blacklist, unwarranted obviously.
I do the same thing in Gmail. I use my Mail Plus website name at gmail.com when signing up for stuff. Anything after the plus is ignored by Gmail, it will all still go to my mail at gmail.com.
If you want to support the channel, please consider liking,